Well, Beatrice Harris reporting again. This time we're going to be discussing No Voters Movement. And here I'm going to introduce my guest star, Julius Harris.
Hello, everybody.
Julius, why don't you describe to us what No Voters Movement is?
Well, right now we have to give a shout out to Periscope, Facebook Live, Omegle, and YouTube. We're on you, all of you at the same time.
Hi!
So, hello, everybody. The No Voters Movement, for those who don't understand, is the fact that you think you're taking back the power when you give a vote to these politicians. Are you really getting anything out of it? Seriously. Tell me something you and your community has gotten for helping these politicians get what they want and line their pockets and pat their resumes. What are you really getting? Can anyone answer that? I know we get nothing out of it. Now, by taking back your power and your vote, don't vote. They don't get what they want. You end up getting what you want because they'll try to negotiate. You understand? Negotiate. This will help. Don't vote. They all lose their seats. And we have our power back as a community all over the world. But,
Thank you for that. So basically, that's what No Voters Movement is about. We're not saying that you don't have the right to vote. By all means, you have the right to vote. The problem is, you're not really getting what was promised to you. As if you guys remember that I discussed deceptions for the docile. I described that they make us docile by making false promises. And when they do that, it makes you motivated to vote for that individual, to vote for the person whom's speaking the false promises. As a result, when they get into office, when they are sworn in, all of a sudden, the promises that they made you go to the wayside. Because now they're in a position of power.
and they could avoid you.
They can hire all kinds of peons to talk to you for them. And as frustrating as it may be, that is what set the tone for a bureaucratic system.
More like idiocracy.
That too. So the problem is that when we say No Voters Movement, immediately people get the gist of, oh, you're telling me not to vote? In order to vote, you got to vote in order for things to change. I want everyone to take a step back 10 years. You did 10 years worth of voting. Where has
got Newburgh? Newburgh, look at us now. Why doesn't the community just try for a few years on not voting and see how desperate the politicians get and see what they will do for the community then?
In order for things to change, you have to take back your signature. You have to take back your vote. Because giving them your vote is basically following them around like a sheep.
Tell them, take my vote, do what you want to me and mine.
I can vote. I'm going to vote whatever I want.
Realistically, our votes have never counted anyway. Ever. Look at the history. Never counted.
The problem is that all the politicians that they already want has been bought and paid for. So no matter whether you vote, whether you campaign for the person that you want to be in office, they already...
You're getting a false sense of freedom and security. They're perpetuating this to all of you. Just a false sense, making you think you're free. Still all slaves. Making you think you have the rights for whatever. When realistically, they say you fucking don't. Simple as that.
I mean, how many times have you gone into a campaign office wanting to speak to the person whom they're running for office, and you actually sometimes get a chance. But when that person is elected, however, you're either speaking to their district coordinator, you're either speaking to their second in command,
Secretary.
their secretary, their scheduling manager. To them, you're not even a human being. And unfortunately, a lot of us have to wake up and realize that our votes mean nothing now.
And a shout out to Newburgh. Look at us now. Think about it. Last 10 to 15 years, total monies gathered for this city per capita $3 billion. We get the most money in the country as a small city, but we are the poorest in the country. Why is that? Where's all that money going? Everybody just needs to ask Judy Kennedy. Ask her. And yes, I am calling you out. Where's all the money? And the fact that our water here is poisoned here in Newburgh. Me and my wife said this 3-4 years ago. We put a lawsuit in on the city. Still, 3-4 years later, we're not allowed to get nothing. But supposedly, Mayor Kennedy is suing the city because she got cancer because of the water. Well, just because of her white privilege, she can do so, we can't. Now that shit ain't right.
That's not fair at all. As of right now, I am awaiting treatment for my lupus. I am on treatment for my polycystic ovary syndrome. Before I moved here to the city of Newburgh, I didn't have none of that. I was a relatively healthy individual. But everything started to change exactly 3 years for me. 3 years after I moved here. And I moved here in 2006. Something kept irking me to at least try and get the contact information for the water department and ask them, have they been running their routine testing of the water? But as you all know, because of our age, because of our position, nobody will really listen to us.
They don't want to hear anything from welfare mouths, if you will. But unlike other people, we're not afraid to stand up to these politicians and then some. Because just like the great Bernie Mac said, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Seriously. None of you. Prove me wrong.
I stand strong with my other half. Proudly. I used to be afraid to stand up. I used to be like you. All of you. I used to just go into my house, bury my head in my hands, and cry. But not anymore. This needs to stop. We deserve to be treated so much better. As much as anyone doesn't really believe it, we are pigs to the slaughter. They use the media to trick you. They use the air, the water, to make you docile and so sick that you have no choice but to go on welfare.
You also have to think, this also has to do with not just the big government, big pharma, big brother.
Yeah.
Observational testing. And I know you all can hear me. I really don't care. Because you can't prove me wrong. If you can, let's make it public.
As you all know, I did a special video dedicating everything that's happened to my husband. It was called, Please Don't Make Me Say I Told You So. Look it up on YouTube. It's there. And basically, I went all the way down the line from the water situation to certain criminal activity to thievery in city government. He called it all. And just because of his position,
Oh, don't forget, up to the highest form of New York State government too. Ain't that right, Cuomo? You and your buddies, Silver and Skelos, had fun with that one. Enjoyed it.
we are here today to talk to you about raising our pay.
Had fun with that.
And yet,
Nice house, Cuomo and Skelos.
you still didn't learn. Because you openly lied on national TV saying that none of us wanted any testing for the PFAS.
Well, you did.
I'm the one that stated it in the first place. I'm the one that took up the mic. I was the one that spoke up. Ain't no recognition though. But I want you to put this on your wig for a while, world. That the situation in the city of Newburgh could have been prevented if the money that they also collected every year went to a very affordable and efficient carbon filter.
Yes, the whole government known about this, or even up to the UN, they all known about this water stuff since the 1940s.
That is correct.
That's what, over 70 years. Wow. Well, not even half that age, and I know that.
It didn't take.
No one else knows.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that PFAS and PFOA, which PFAS is known as perfluorooctanoate sulfate, say that 3 times, is an endocrine disruptor. It disrupts the metabolism of your body, and it binds to the blood plasma. How do I know?
They think they're going to get away with this, just like Flint government thought they were going to get away with it with the lead situation.
I kind of find that
That's
appalling.
not going to work.
How the heck can you, city of Newburgh, think you're better than Flint? When, once again, and count the years with me, it took you 3 years for it to completely go public when you first discovered it at the end of 2013. But you also discovered it furthermore in 6 different occasions since 2001. What excuse do you really have? And how dare you try and play victim that you had no idea this would happen and that you had no idea that this would cause any health problems? That you want to play that, oh, we're so innocent. Please educate us, Environmental Protection Agency. Educate us, Department of Environmental Conservation.
Well, Judy, you have me to thank for having the EPA, DEC coming here. You're welcome, everyone. Yes, I made the calls to them and the federal government.
Out of concern.
Also to Cuomo and Gillibrand, myself. And Schumer, that's why he came. I made the calls myself. So please, this city ain't doing shit. Neither are you, Newhouse.
Gotta love Newhouse.
Punk. Fucking punk.
As you can see, this is an emotionally driven segment. And also, there was one little comment that got by me from an insider that our own mayor, Judy, in her very exact words, not pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, you can try, that we people don't want jobs. We don't want to work.
We're lazy.
Well, I hate to correct you and burst your bubble. Maybe if our water source was clean, maybe if, I don't know, the basic natural environment in our city was stable enough, then maybe we would get up 5 a.m. in the morning and get ready for a 9-to-5 job. Maybe we would come home freaking happy as shit that we can work 40 fucking hours a week. Oh, right. We can't do that because our bodies have been damaged by an endocrine disrupting chemical. Yeah, and a cancer causing chemical too, but it actually causes more endocrine disruption than cancer. Look it up. I am appalled by the policies and the protocol that the city of Newburgh has that they don't even follow.